Today is May 23rd. The Yankees finish a 4-game set with the Seattle Mariners. They lose the first two. They win the second two. They're off to San Diego. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines,
hot takes.
Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talking Yanks, brought to you by SeatGeek. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. I'm at the warehouse. Jake's at the office. BBD's in the corner like the watermelon. Jake, how are you doing?
James Davis, I'm doing all right. Yanks win 2.5 out of 4 against the Mariners. The product still kind of looks like the good Yankees, so it is what it is. I was surprised to see they got a little West Coast roadie coming up. Is that funky? But I'm doing all right. Summer's here. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I have it as them winning 3 out of 4 because I have the first two as half wins.
Okay.
So it's like 2 and 2 halves. Combining it to 3 feels weird, but yeah, they won this series. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say the Mariners walked away feeling better than the Yankees did. Okay. I'm sorry if Mariners fan tuned in.
Yeah,
I'm just being obnoxious.
It's something with the Rangers being a good hockey team that I think we got so far away from trolling that we're starting to like trolling a little bit. Mariners, you can pitch the hell out of the ball. You'll be the first to admit you're not sure what's going on offensively, unless it's the 4th inning against Clay Holmes and you can rip those infield singles. I'm doing good, and I hope we see everyone down on the shore because we're heading down the shore. We're doing a Talkin' Yanks event on Father's Day, June 16. Bring pops. The first 50 dads there. Can't wait to see our system of checking if people are dads. They get a free gift courtesy of Just Bats. That's going to be hilarious. Maybe it'll be Justin Pennick or We Got Ice, kind of checking their phones for pictures because they're going to be at the event. Per usual, there's VIP. We're going to have fun. We're doing a watch-along for the Yankees game on June 16th. It's going to be a blast. Head to shop.johnboymedia.com to purchase. Let's go, Yanks. It's in Asbury Park, Asbury Lanes. So it's going to be a good time.
It will be a good time. I am interested to see the check. I hope we don't have any fake dads showing up because I don't know how we're going to, skirt that.
It's a tough one.
It helps to bring your receipt.
Yeah, but you don't have to bring your kid.
You don't have to,
we'll
but that would
out,
really help us confirm.
All right, as we go through this episode today, I have a bag of Gushers in front of me, and I will be eating a Gusher for every good point Jake makes. Okay, so they're all red, and I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Gushers, okay? If you're like killing it, Jake, if you're having a great show, I did grab a second bag. You're not expecting much out of yourself?
No, I'm not. Just got to be real. Well, I had a moment of exhale because when we do these shows in person, you are force feeding me sugar or whatever it is, and then, that's a way to send me out of control. That can ruin a night for me real quick. So I was relieved that happened. Then I was, you were doing it as a reward for yourself. If I was doing good, and I'll just, I'm not sure I'm gonna have a great app.
Okay.
I'm kind of wearing Seattle colors.
So
I'm taking this off.
I'm at the warehouse, so I have been force-fed sugar because the snacks here of that of a child's playroom. So that's what's happening to me. I mean, I've already eaten 2 bags of Gushers, I think.
I didn't hear that because I took the headset off, but I agree, and I'm excited to hear the groundskeeping.
Groundskeeping is interesting because Ian Hamilton doesn't get sent down to make room for Canely. He gets ill with COVID the day before, which brought Clayton Andrews up for 1 game, and then Tommy Canely came. So now Canely's on there. Hamilton's on the COVID. I didn't know that still was a list, but he's on the 7-day COVID-19 injured list. Trevino came down with an illness. I don't know if he's headed there as well, if it's going around, but Boone said he was ill. And DJ LeMahieu expected to join them in Anaheim, so he's not going to be going to San Diego for the weekend, but will be in Anaheim after that. And we didn't get much on the Martian, I don't think. Garrett Cole threw 20 pitches from Yankee Stadium mound on May 21st. His first time facing hitters. He clocked as high as 96 miles per hour while pitching to teammates Oswaldo Cabrera and Jahmai Jones. Cole said that he is pain-free and expects to have one or two more live BP sessions before beginning a minor league rehab assignment. And he said June might be in play, or don't rule June out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Yeah. Again, this is half unrelated. Forgot about Clayton Andrews. Brutal. That does make it 3 wins for the Yankees.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
God, forgot how
Good point.
Forgot how much.
Good point, Jake.
Yes, Gusher. Forgot how much the Talkin truck dealt. Yeah, and I don't know. There was just, again, it's a good time to be a Yankees fan. That seeing the tweets going around about, I saw a tweet that was like the Yankees traded all their pitching depth before the season for Juan Soto. Garrett Cole hasn't thrown a pitch, and they have the best team ERA. And you're like, ooh, that's a spicy thing.
Ooh. Say it again. Say it one more time.
I might even, someone dolphinitely tweeted it.
Okay.
Like there's for sure a specific tweet you are referencing.
So I want to give them credit. But yeah,
Okay.
It was like, hey, the Yankees traded away all of their pitching depth for Juan Soto. Garrett Cole has not thrown a pitch, and they have the best team ERA in baseball.
That's awesome to hear. Beebs,
Right.
do you want to give that a shot? Saying that?
The Yankees traded away all of their pitching depth for Juan Soto. Garrett Cole, to this point in the season, has not thrown a pitch.
On one pitch?
And they have the best ERA in baseball as a staff.
Yeah, the Yankees have allowed 3.08 runs per game at home.
That's
This
just
season.
a home stat.
Yeah, well, they've allowed 3.29 runs per game this season, home and away. I read the wrong number, so I just had to roll with it, which is the best in Major League Baseball. We're talking about a team, if you didn't know, that has they traded away all their pitching depth to get Juan Soto, and Garrett Cole hasn't thrown a pitch.
Okay.
Look at this stat. I sent this to BBD. Opponents scored 3 different times in innings percentage. The Yankees are crushing this stat, which is a very cool stat that I like. So how many times have you allowed your opponent to score in 3 different innings or more? This is the opposite. How many times have you how many times have you not allowed that?
Right.
So opponents have scored in 3 different innings or more against the Yankees 23% of games, 12 out of 51, which puts them first in MLB. Second place is 32%. Third place is 33%. Fourth is a tie for 34%. So they're well above the pack in this stat. Like if you score on the Yankees, you better make it a big inning where you get multiple runs because you're only doing it 2 times. That's what it seems like. I really like that stat.
That's a good stat.
Thank you.
That's
If
a
you
good
had
stat.
said it, I'd eat a gusher, but I said it.
Yeah, I didn't have that stat prepped.
Yeah.
That is a good stat, huh?
Yeah, I have a follow-up stat to it. You want to hear that?
I mean, yeah, stay hot.
Okay. In the games when their opponents have scored 3 or more. Oh, this is when they have big innings. So you know what I said? If you have if you want to beat the Yankees, have a big inning because you're not going to score
Right.
over multiple innings. Well, in games where the Yankees opponents score 3 or more runs in an inning, that's a big inning. The Yankees have still managed to win 44% of those games, which is the highest in Major League Baseball. So eat literal shit, everyone else that plays the sport. We're talking about a pitching staff that had all of its depth traded away
Ryan
for Juan
Garcia tweeted
Soto.
that.
The boxer?
I think this is a different one.
He knows his stuff.
Boxer Ryan Garcia is going through a.
I don't know.
A world
Well, he
of
might be
trouble right
tweeting
now.
about Yankees stats at this point, but
He's in it pretty deep right now.
Yeah, deep analytics. So good job to the Yankees.
Great job to the Yankees.
great job, Ryan
hello.
Garcia.
Hell of a point.
Okay.
All right, you want to burn game 1? We kind of talked about it already.
Yeah, we did kind of talk about game 1 already. But we can still get through it quick. And know what Noodle gets through quick? The farmer's dog. He's a dog and he loves to eat. Bang. Your dog probably does too, and you might be feeding him not the best dog food. Quit the kibble, the cans. Feed your dog food that's actually well food. It's developed by vets, made from fresh, real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog, delivered right to your dog's door. I assume. I don't want to overstep my boundaries. A fresh diet has been found to have all sorts of benefits, from healthier coat and skin to better breath, even easier digestion, and smaller, better poops. Healthy diet isn't just important for humans. So if you have a young dog, an old dog, a medium dog, whatever, help keep your dog healthy and playing ball with 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/Yanks. Plus, you get free shipping. Just go to farmersdog.com/Yanks to get 15% off. There's a link in the D.
All right, game 1. Let's burn it.
The Mariners navigated their way to New York City to kick off 4 games against the New York Yankees and starting pitcher Marcus Stroman as they would try to eat Logan Gilbert's grapes. Bottom 1 Verdugo. Doogie doubles, 2-run score. Welcome to hell, Seattle. It's 3-0 as Doogie singles in the 5th. It would stay that way into the 8th. Stroman was strotastic. 7.1, 1 earned run. That came on his last batter as Dominica Canzone, hits one in the Bronx. That makes sense. But birdie, rocking everywhere. He gets an RBI single. It's 4-1. We'll kick it at Clay Holmes. Maybe some Mariners have some fortitude as Luke Raley reaches on an infield single. Don't care. Oh, TFA, things fall apart. The Mariners get saucy with 4 in the 9th. Yankees lose 5-4 final.
I forgot about a lot of this game, actually. I forgot the birdie big home run. That was cool. I forgot how well Stroman pitched.
Yeah.
And he was upset with himself when he came out of the game, and then did take a moment to give the crowd love back. And then they showed him in the dugout. He was upset again. But he pitched awesome.
Yeah, that felt like, I don't know, when we've been watching Stroman, because Stroman has been good, he had that series of games where he's running out of steam the 3rd time through, and we're like, what is this? And the other thing that just became a complaint for us, and I was laughing, Kaster said it on the broadcast, him and Stro, old buddies, but it was just it feels like there's too many waste pitches. It's 0-2, and you can almost chalk it's going to 3-2 and almost uncompetitively. And it's one of those things that's tough because we've begged starting pitchers throughout the years. If a pitcher gives up an 0-2 homer, I am not happy. Weave dog. So it's one of those okay, if this is how he gets it done, cool. But this game, he was electric, and electric coming off.
Yeah. He changed his pitch mix a ton this game. Brought the split finger way up, the sinker down, was way more of a completely mixed bag, which is good. And the Yankees got to Logan Gilbert, who's having a good year, good pitcher. They got to him early, and Verdugo got to him twice, driving in all the runs. He had himself a fun time until the Birdman. It was fun.
Birdman.
And then it wasn't fun at the end when Clay had a ball right back to him, and you're like, oh, here we go. Wobble man wobbles. Actually made the play and threw it, but it's just slow.
Well, it was also Julio running. Like, that was... I mean, Clay's not a great defensive pitcher. Like, maybe Stroh gets that, who's a Gold Glove guy. But,
yeah.
like, that... Clay's
That's the
effort...
best we've seen him field the ball.
If that was any other Seattle Mariner, it's an out, but Julio can fly.
Yes. It was nice. It's the best we've seen Clay field the ball. But then he walks Cal Raleigh and then Luke Riley with the error because it got away from Rizzo. That's a tough error always.
Ump playing defense. We never really talked about that.
What's that?
The ump plays defense on Glaber. It's a little messed up.
That is messed up. I didn't really talk about that. We didn't notice that. Good point, Jake.
Thank you. Gush time.
Um,
Gusher season. It's the season of the juice, and he bit into it, got all over his tooth, and okay.
Dom Canzone?
Oh, Dominic Canzone, huh?
What is that? That's illegal. Where's he from? Cleveland, Ohio?
Oh.
Get out of here. Not true. Where's his dad from?
Arthur Ave?
All right, let's be done with that game. That sucked.
Right?
It was everything felt good until that Clay inning, and he's allowed to have an inning like that. He's been so good.
Yeah, there were walks, so people were talking about that. But again, one of the walks, like,
I thought he got squeezed.
very easily could have been a strikeout. The other one he kind of lost. But no, I mean, we were overdue for one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep it going, Jakey. Let's keep it game 2.
Okay. After schmitting their pants in the 9th, Clark would hope to hold down Seattle, while hopefully the offense would woo against Brian. Top of the 3rd in the midnight hour. He said more. Dylan Moore, 2-0 Seattle. It'd stay that way into the 7th. Clark was Clark. 5 innings, 2 earned run, 6 Ks. Unfortunately, in the 7th, Ty France. And Dylan Moore again with the RBI single. It's 4-0, but never fear, Glaber is here. 3-run bomb by Torres. It's 4-3. Are these Yankees gonna get it? Luke Raley gets to Clayton Andrews. Dylan Moore again. Who are you, Pop? He's actually having a nice year. Part of that is due to playing the Yankees. Yankees lose 6-3 final.
You don't know who Demo is?
I do know Dylan Moore. But
He's
yeah,
good.
I mean, he was hitting 9th in that second game, and then he slid up to the 2-hole after that. But the Mariners have been searching for any hitting, so I'm happy.
He had the juice. Now this here's a game, Jake, that if we were still doing the pregame show and tuning into the pitching path to victory, I would have had a lot more understanding and preparedness for what was about to happen.
Right.
The Yankees pitching staff has been so good that I didn't realize we would still have games where there's not bullpen available. But in this game, you have Clay Holmes and Luke Weaver both pitched. Luke Weaver's available, but he's your 9th guy now, so I understand saving him. And then you have Victor Gonzalez, Dennis Santana, and Tonkin's out because he had thrown 48 2 days before. So you have Santana, Gonzalez, Birdie, Ferg, if you want, but probably staying away from Ferg. And the Yankees bullpen, despite the numbers, is still just 2 names, really. So, you know, when Clayton Andrews came out, it was terrible timing because Glaber had just put it within 1. And you're like, hell yeah, let's bring Weaver out now for the 8th. And then we'll tie it and then Clay. But Clay was not pitching. Weaver was getting saved for the 9th. Okay, who goes for the 8th now? You already burnt Victor Gonzalez, which was fine. He did an inning. didn't throw a lot of pitches, and you got him out. Santana pitched an inning. They were all over him. You couldn't keep Santana in. I don't think you could do that. And he had thrown a decent amount of pitches. So they go Clayton Andrews. I wasn't ready, and I don't think they should have went Clayton Andrews, but knowing that he was going to get DFA'd after the game because Canely was going to, not DFA'd, sent back down because Canely was going to return, we would have guessed. Oh, they'll probably use Andrews to burn him. And they did. And then Birdie has to come out. So that first pitch home run that Clayton Andrews threw was the biggest sucker punch I've had this season.
Yes. There were some feelings of Yankees teams past. I don't know if I can blame it on Yankees or just like where baseball's at with how we still use bullpens. And it's why I do think Michael Talkin can be a valuable contributor for this team for at least a period of time. Because if you can eat up 3 innings in a game, like that can change up your bullpen's formula for a week. So yeah, it's a bummer because Canely's coming back the next day, which, I mean, in theory, he also could have been activated or ready for this game. So you literally, to have a guy on the roster that you know will not be on your team tomorrow, and they didn't lose on that. Like, Brian Wu was nasty. The offense was quiet for 6 innings. But, yeah, to have the 3-run catch-up homer and then immediately pop the balloon, bad feeling.
Bad feeling. And he had a reaction after it happened.
Yeah.
I'm seeing if I can watch it back on the Yes Shot right now if they show it. Where, yeah, okay, I'm really watching it now. He's asking the catcher, more inside? Like, I need to go more in? Because it was an inside fastball. And he turns and he says, more in? And I was just like, oh, what?
I mean, it got rocked. It was a porch job. Like, you know, we've seen MLB veterans. Lance Lynn talked about it when he was on the Yankees. But, yeah, it's also, I mean, that's the thing out there.
Well, the porch job might be wind factor. I don't think it was wind. Its expected distance was 357 feet.
His first row.
Yeah, it was like, second or third row by the WB Mason. But that sucked.
Yeah.
And wait, maybe why didn't Canely come? Did he like pitch? Like, would he have been down technically because he pitched the night before?
I think his final.
I think they wanted to give him an extra day.
I think his final rehab day was Sunday.
He threw on
they wanted
Sunday.
to go 2 days before double off day before your back.
That's stupid. As soon as Hamilton gets sick, just activate Canely.
Yeah, they had a plan.
I don't know. We don't know.
They had Andrews up for 2 days too. You could have done it. Probably got him into the game before somehow, and that they were in position to win.
We know. I mean, this is an opportunity for them to beat the system and save other guys. And you know, what do the percentages probably tell them? Like Clayton Andrews has in a lefty matchup, he has a 4% chance to give up a homer, and then it happens. That was my analytics side kicking in. I'm glad you didn't eat a gusher.
No, I didn't.
It's not my line.
I didn't really like what I saw out of Clayton Andrews, though. I think the odds were higher.
Left on left. Home run.
Hard hits. He kind of had nothing. Anything else about this game besides that?
Not really.
They didn't really hit.
Glaber homer.
The Glaber homer was cool. 2-strike homer, right?
Yeah, and it looked like Glaber. Like that's.
Yeah, he had looked bad earlier in that game. Boom. There it is.
Full count, 2 outs.
Ooh, I like that. So full count. That helps. All right. Game 3.
Game 3. Nestor Hernan Cortez would hope to discover victory for the Yankees, and after those back-to-back losses facing the Vanilla Killer Bryce Miller. Judge, he does not care about any of that. He orders a 2-run homer. And then in the third, Soto.
Soto.
He hits a 2-run homer of his own. Both of those driving Volpe. That'll get your T levels up. It's 4-0 Yanks in the 6th. Mama, there goes that man again. Juan Soto's second homer of the day. Whoop, whoop. It's 5-0 Yanks. Nestor had an ugly but good Nestor day. 5 innings, 3 hits. If you're going to go 5, give me 0 earned runs. He did that. In the 8th, rally. The catcher's name is Callie. He hits a 3-run homer. This is a game? No, it's not. Alex Verdugo. 2-run homer into the bleachers. It's 7-3. They go Nestor to Canely. Welcome back. The Talkin truck and Luke Dreamweaver. Yanks win 7-3 final.
Way to go, the Yankees. There goes that man again, you said. And I was thinking that you can say there goes that mannequin at some point if it fits at some point.
There goes that mannequin?
Yeah. Have you ever see a mannequin scurrying down the street or something?
Yeah, I guess that if someone's carrying a mannequin,
yeah,
you get a good angle of it. Because otherwise...
There goes that mannequin.
There goes that mannequin.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would work. It's a play on words.
It would work. It's a play on words.
Yeah. Regurgitates a gusher. All right. This game was cool. Nestor's got like the best bad starts out of any starter, I think.
Yeah.
He's got a 3 whatever ERA. 3.29 ERA.
Yeah.
He's had 4 outings with 4 earned runs, but he's been able to last long enough in some of them to like help the ERA. You know, opening day and then his third start, I think it was. He's had some really good starts, which is awesome. Overall, on the whole, he's been good. This start, 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. It didn't feel like he had his stuff or he was being himself, but then you look up, like at one point I looked up and I was like, whoa, it's the 5th inning and he's got 0 runs. Like, this is awesome. It's not what it kind of felt like. And that's kind of what Nestor's year's been for me, more than like the couple games where we've had dominant Nestor.
Yeah, I guess Nestor's been something that I think you and I, we've been like 10% off on this year. Cause early on he had the first inning beat up. But yeah, he's had a couple of these laboring ones that this didn't feel like a 0 earned run game. But it's funny looking back at the box score that he only gave up 3 hits. The 3 walks, I mean, that's more than you'd expect from Nestor in a normal game. But I think every inning was just laborious, and he had to make the one pitch to get out of it. I doubt he gets an award unless I don't want to step on your potential awards.
No, you wouldn't.
I think something that Nestor's found that's a pretty cool pitch is because he's got the loopy curveball and he's got he has a slider. Like Nestor kind of throws a lot of the same stuff a little differently. But what's become like a strikeout type pitch for him is he'll throw a cutter up and away that people think is going to be a breaking ball. Like he throws it in the same lane as his breaking ball. So they're like, oh shoot, I got to swing at that. That's his breaking ball that's coming back in. But it's a cutter that stays like away and up. And you get it. I feel like I've seen him get a couple sword type swings on it this year. And I don't know. I've just like never really seen that.
The cutter ups are weird. Rodon was doing that a little bit too, where like they kind of like wave at it with like a weak swing up and away.
Because I think batters can recognize like the spin that it's going to come that way.
Yeah.
But you don't expect it at fastball speed. So it's no gusher there, huh? All right.
No gusher.
Because you followed it up with a Rodon part, which meant you were kind of into it. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like
It
you've
was
gotten
cool.
caught up in the strings. I feel like
I didn't feel like you landed the plane.
I feel
hard
like
enough.
you're getting caught up in the strings.
And I feel like you circled the runway a lot, and we just were expecting an earlier landing.
It's a lot of you're wearing 3 white objects now.
I know.
It's a lot, and it's distracting.
No, this is cool. I saw Tom Hanks' son wearing all this the other day.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
All-time cool line.
Yeah.
Consider you Miles Davis.
That's good.
Luke Weaver gave up a home run. Talkin got through a lot.
Sorry. Yeah. In my head, the Weaver homer was 0-2, and his split change thing didn't split or change.
It was definitely 0-2, but I'm not sure the pitch. But it was do you have that video, Beebs, or I can go watch it and tell y'all. I'll go watch it. I'll tell you.
It was an
guys,
0-2
okay?
changeup. I was right.
Is it change up?
Yeah.
Oh, they said split.
Well, it's kind of a split change he throws.
He does? Oh, wow. That didn't do anything.
Nothing.
Also, Raleigh was all over that.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's really
that.
good. He's really good. Little Talkin Mariners. I love Cal Raleigh. He's like the perfect catcher.
Dude, I love Weave. Did you see his face afterwards?
Handsome?
No, I mean, no, he looked like he was mad.
Right.
I'll videotape and I'll text it to Beebs, his face. It's like a little pissed off kid mad.
I like that.
What was going on in this game when Verdugo homered and Cal Raleigh at the catching position kind of, oh, do you have it? His face?
If you mean this frame in the video.
Like ticked off.
Pissed.
Like called his dog 5 times and the dog is still refusing to come inside. And then he's just standing there just huffing and puffing at it like his dog. That's what that face reminds me of. Luke
Weaver, I've seen it on his face. He's been mad he signed because the Yankees have an option on him next year. I think Luke Weaver's been pissed that he's been so good that he signed an option for next year. And I think that look on his face was that blows my current theory about myself.
It's okay. It's an innings pitched limit as a reliever, and he had one as a starter too. So I think he's got to be on pace to hit it.
There were escalate. There's the team option regardless, and there were escalators at certain starts and innings thresholds.
The price point at which the option is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, it's all right. He's fine.
It's all right. He's fine.
Game 4?
I would go game 4 at this point.
Let's do it.
How are your Dominican daddies? Louis Louis. Oh, whoa. Watch them baseball throws. Ay. Castillo versus Heel, the battle for the best Dominican pitcher. Bottom 2, hit the music. Giancarlo. Let the rhythm take you over, Giancarlo. Te quiero. Game-leading homers. 445. Boogity. Here comes the judge, little darling. They homer in the same game. It's 2-0 Yanks. It would stay that way into the 7th. Luis Heel. Oh, baby. 6.1. 1 hit. Kinda. 0 earned runs. 8 Ks. Could the Yanks stretch it out in the 7th? It's the top of the lineup, and they sure do. Soto threw the drawn infield in. Doogie. The sac fly is underrated, and Rizzo confirms that. It's 5-0 Pinstripers. That would be your final. Heel to Gonzo to the birdie bus to Clay Holmes. Yankees win 5-0 final.
Dude, I liked when you called them the Pinstripers. That doesn't get used enough.
Yeah, I try to, if there's 3 or 4 games, it's going to be a mix of Yanks, Bronx Bombers, Yankees. Pinstripers is a regular for me, and it doesn't get used at all.
The New York Knowers. The Stan home run was crazy in this one.
How about that, huh?
95.8 miles per hour, low in the zone, and he hit it to the bar in center field.
It was we've talked a lot about Stanton's fastball issues, whether last year or spring training. And that's the new leader in the clubhouse, right? Like the fastest pitch he'd homer on was 93 or 94 coming into today.
I think the fastest, it was like 93.7.
Both.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's not an issue right now.
Luis Castillo, like that's him and Judge both have 15 homers, right? Like the spring training 2018. It's happening.
Did you see I tweeted out a bunch of like homer facts about the Yankees.
I did not see your homer fact tweet. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I did it like right before we started recording, but it's pretty ridiculous. I'll do it real quick. Ready? Yankees hitters have 10 home runs when facing the starting pitcher for the third time in a game, most in the AL. Yankee hitters have 20 home runs on the first pitch of at-bats, most in the AL. Yankees hitters have 25 home runs on plate appearances that last 5+ pitches, most in the AL. Yankees hitters have 26 home runs versus relief pitchers, most in the AL. Yankees hitters have 27 home runs with 2 strikes, most in the AL. Yankees hitters have 36 home runs on the road, most in the AL. 36 home runs with runners on base, most in the AL. 73 home runs on the year, most in Major League Baseball. 9 home runs on pitches out of the zone, most in the AL. 9 home runs on pitches, or 12 home runs against starting pitchers, tied for the most in Major League Baseball. So they're hitting a lot of home runs.
Bronx Bombers.
They're good at it. What's that?
Bronx Bombers.
Damn, that's a good point.
It's a whole thing.
Good follow-up.
Wait, where are the lefties? Wait, this team can't hit? Every Yankee team ever hits?
Luis Heel, no hits. What did you think? Did you see that play?
That's a crazy hit call.
You think so?
Here's what I thought. There's a lot of loose rules in scorekeeping. We saw that with the Oswaldo Ty France error hit in this game. Caster was shocked. What has become the standard in housekeeping, we already did that, in scorekeeping, is if you're in a situation like that, pitcher has a no-hitter, but they look good, that play happens, you rule it an error to start, and then when they give up a hit, you then make that a hit and you keep things moving. That's the standard operating procedure. Was shocked they went early hit on it, but it's Volpe's scorekeeper, you know?
First one's got to be real one. That's the saying. I knew it was going to be ruled a hit because it's not ordinary effort. He had to go, and then he went down to his knees and then popped up. You know, it wasn't routine, like right to you ground ball. Those ones that IKF used to struggle with, admittedly, wasn't that. So, but it has sucked that it's his only hit of the game, which doesn't suck. It's amazing. Luis Hill's crazy. I still want to see him face teams for the second time. I'm almost become dull and accepted that he is an absolute stud when facing teams for the first time. And now I want to see the challenge. I know it doesn't happen for a while, but I want to graduate to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think we might have to pause the Luis Heel conversation.
Okay.
What else do you have from this match, Jim?
Not much. Verdugo is fun. They're all hitting. I'm glad they won because I wanted them to. Victor Gonzalez, I don't know what happened. I thought they brought him in, and then we went and did a whole test game of floorball. and then came back, and then he was still pitching. And I said, holy shit, how's he still in? And then he only had thrown 13 pitches. So I was so confused. But that's maybe just like warehouse time and brain for you. But I don't know what happened there.
Warehouse time in the Yankees' 7th inning, which he finished the top of the 7th and then comes back out, right?
Oh, yeah, that was the inning.
Up, down.
So,
where
yeah.
they had like 4 pitchers pitch.
Yes, that was Thornton, Spire, and Bauman just picked up for them. So, yeah, they had 3 pitching changes that inning. The Yankees had good at-bats. That was a crazy long inning.
That makes sense now.
Yes.
Because, Beebs, I think we literally went and played a full game.
I'm trying to remember the exact time, because we did one post-lunch game.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what I had last seen in the Yankee game before that.
But good game. I thought it was a good series. I think Seattle played well. They can't hit. If Seattle can hit better, I'm more scared of them. Their pitching is really fun to watch. I didn't think they played, as far as both teams, I didn't think it was a sloppy series. Besides that Clay inning, which wasn't really sloppy, just dinks, just like perfect dinks and dunks. But I didn't, sometimes we walked away and be like, that was bad baseball. Like the Yankees-Rays series. Remember I said that? Like this was ugly. This felt like a good, clean series. Like I enjoyed a lot of it.
Seattle's a very interesting team for this season, and it's funny that they are open about it as a team. They're like, we have World Series pitching. We don't know if we can hit. Julio gets slid down in their lineup. He's been a slow starter both of his years, so like at some point he's going to go, and that's massive. But then even after that, do you have the pieces around it? And I don't think they currently do. Like they have a bunch of very nice pieces, but they need find your lefty to balance out Julio, and then when one of your other guys is going nuts, then you have a lineup.
Yeah. It's good assessment on the Mariners.
Jim, you may want to not have had that gusher, because I think I've got another one you're going to like that needs to be brought up from this game.
I got 4 more in this pack, and I got a whole bag to go.
Did you see the Yes Network card graphic of all the best lefty-righty hitters of all time?
The best lefty-righty hitters?
The best tandems.
Oh. 1-2 punches, lefty-righty?
They did it in, I don't know, I still don't get the final connection, but they did it in blackjack form. And so they dealt both cards, and it was like Williams and Fox, and it was like they went through all the eras of the best righty-lefty hitters, and they were all on cards. They were all dealt. Manny and Poppy was there, and then it ended with Judge and Soto, and someone put time into it.
Why would you get a gusher for that?
I think you said what has to be mentioned from this game, and if you're watching the broadcast, it was a huge part of the broadcast, and you're the biggest broadcast guy in the world.
I missed it, and we must have missed
that. You're in the warehouse.
Yeah, we must have missed that. We were bouncing back and forth, and I was watching all the plays.
See if we can find it.
But yeah, I would like to. If we see it and I think it's awesome, I'll gusher that. No qualms.
Certain.
Let's get into the second half of the show, is where we give out awards.
Yeah. Awards are brought to you by BetterHelp. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Something you want to get off your chest? We all carry around different stressors, big and small. When we keep them bottled up, it can start to affect us negatively. Therapy is a safe space to get things off your chest and figure out how to work through whatever's weighing you down. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Figure out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists at any time. No additional charge. Get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Yanks today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Yanks. There's a link in the description.
Dude, these college players need better help. It's like college elimination games right now, so people keep tagging me in all these college baseball plays. They're so damn obnoxious. I can't even watch it. Like, man, yeah, I would love to break this down, but then I would have to watch these college players act like they are all Juan Soto.
It's a little out of control.
It's They even made a rule like last season, like excessive taunting is like instant ejection because they were like, this is crazy. What are we doing? It's maybe the worst
This is too much
culture in sports that I know of. It's awful. I don't like it at all. Anyway, you get to give out the first award, which is the Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Couple options, huh? I'm gonna go Luis Gil. I know he's been a recurring character lately, but I want to talk about him more. Because 6.1, one hit, kind of, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. It is the 4th game of a 4-game series against another playoff team. We blew the first game. If we lose 3 out of 4, we probably do a whole episode that's like, hey, okay, Yanks get punched in the face. We still like this team. You can't lose 3 out of 4. The Clay Holmes game, whatever. Now that we know we won 3 out of 4, because you count the first game and then you kind of subtract some CA points.
Yep.
Luis Gil goes toe-to-toe with Luis Castillo, who I was digging a little bit. Luis Castillo has an argument and a good argument to be the best Dominican pitcher in the league right now. It was Sandy for a couple years, but he's been on the shelf. There's a couple other guys. It's a little bit, pick what do you like.
Framber might have had it last year.
Framber's been around it. He's the lefty who's had some consistency, but Castillo is there.
He's the lefty who's had some consistency. I'll gush for that.
Okay, see? That's where I said it's kind of what you like at a certain point. These guys are all very good at baseball. Luis Gil. Jim, today maybe people will think this is dumb. He fully entered the chat for me today. Like, in my head, I knew how this story ends. Like, double Tommy John. Yanks have to play it cool with this guy at some point. Cole's coming back. Like, our bullpen is really going to need some strikeout stuff at some point, and this guy has it. Nah. Roll this guy. This is special. This is special. Obviously, I know he just did that last start with the 14 strikeouts. I know you want to see the second start. I guess my thing with that is, sure, there's a chance. There's a chance with any Major League Baseball player. The fastball changeup are both all there. The slider isn't. If this is honesty hour, he threw 1 or 2 sliders today that I was like, ooh, they missed that one. But the fact that we're talking about that's okay. He's lights out, man. He has like postseason energy in a big way.
Definitely postseason energy. I'm still interested to see where we are when that happens, because I think they're gonna slow down with him at some point due to innings and Tommy John, and he's an amazing bullpen weapon. He's the perfect candidate. If he's still a starting pitcher and can no innings limit, nothing, and still like this after facing teams twice and they see him more, then absolutely I want him as a starter, no doubt. But I'm prepping myself right now for him to be out of the bullpen for like 2 innings in games when you need it. Like that role that those teams, when you play all those games in a row and you can't go to Wandy 5 nights straight. Like, and he's just electric in that role. Now, if it's a starting position role because there's an injury and he gets bumped there, I am 100% for that as well. So I'm just not trying to knock him. I just realistically, Curry said they're not going to go to a 6-man rotation. I don't think they go to a 6-man rotation. A lot of the guys wouldn't like that. And I don't know what they do then at all with Gil, Clark, Nestor Rodon.
How much do they hate it? 6-man rotation. That's what. Can we ask that to Boone?
Well, they've done it before.
Right, but they always fight it.
Yeah, they say no, because they never do a true 6-man rotation. They do like a floater. So like that one season they did it, but Cole never
pitched
on extra rest.
Wasn't
But it
like
was a 6. There were 6 starters going.
it wasn't there like one of the first Good Nestor years, like they would go like one start, and the next time he piggybacked somebody, and then he'd start, and then so he would have one start every 10 days, but he pitched every 5 days.
Yeah.
I guess for me, and the other name that popped up for me, and it is different circumstances, but Jameson Taillon, who is more of a veteran player, but he had the 2 Tommy John. You know, we were surprised how much the Yankees let him go that first year. You know, he threw a $144. Now, Jameson Taillon was 4 years removed from throwing a lot of innings at Major League Baseball, so that is your difference. But I don't know. I think with where innings are at in baseball, that if we hit a point in the season where if you skip 1 or 2 heel starts and then you have them being like 4 and fly or 5 and fly, I don't know. He crossed into the like we could be watching a special season threshold for me.
How many innings did he go today?
6.1.
So 49 plus 6.1, 55.1, 55.33 divided by 10. It's 10. I could have done that. He's averaging 5 1/3 or 5 2/3 a start. 5 2/3 recently, and he's had 10. So when he times that by
20.
at double that, times it by 3, what he's at right now, he's at 50 innings. He's on pace for 150 with 30 starts.
Ish.
So yeah.
So if you slow it down a little
innings
bit,
times 3,
Yeah.
165.
So if you just skip a couple in the middle of summer, you give him that CC Phantom IL or whatever.
or even you just get dumb around the All-Star break. I don't know.
Yeah, and guys, you do not want a 6-man rotation at home. If you're wondering that, you don't, because games like the Clay Andrews game will happen way more. You lose a guy out of the bullpen, and they are ready with all their rules. Use all their bullpen guys all the time. So that's why they don't want to do it too, is they don't want to lose a guy out of the bullpen. You would just have like every 4th game, it would just be like, this is Tonkin's 8th.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what point it gets to, because like I talked about last step, you know, the climb of heel, like, nah, kid, you look great. You're not making the team out of spring. Whoa, dude, you look incredible, and we need an arm. Let's do this dance. To where we were kind of like, wow, this kid's killing it. It feels like it's all coming together. To now, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting if they have to dance a little bit, because could you, for what you're talking about, to not go pure 6-starter rotation, if things line up, would heel come out of the pen? I don't know.
I don't know either. I think you'd skip the start, but put him in the bullpen and hope you don't have to use him. For him, for Clark, that's what they could do. They could give
Right.
Clark a 2-week stretch where, hey, you're going to be in the bullpen and we'll use you. Hopefully we don't have to use you a ton, but it'll be like lighter roll, get used to it. And then the next 2 weeks, Heel's doing that. They're probably waiting for an injury or something to sort itself, but they could do something like that. I'm not against. I don't think that's crazy.
They did that one Clark bullpen day at the break last year when he was like in the middle of his good stretch.
Yeah.
I guess for me it wasn't really possible. Like, I had the 2-inning Luis Heel. It could still, in the postseason, it could still very well get there, but I don't know. He just landed in my do what the other team doesn't want, and I'm pretty sure the other team doesn't want to see that guy if it's compared to Stroman or Nestor right now.
Yep. But I will say a giant skill is making adjustments. The league will adjust, and then we have to see him adjust. And that's, I love that. It's awesome, but
that doesn't always happen in the same year.
No, but a lot of times it happens second time you see teams. I like the walks being down too. Only 2 walks today. I think since that Blue Jays game where he walked 7, his whip's been under 1, which is good.
The whole Trevi storyline that you're into, even though you don't want to be into it, but it's pretty cool to be into it.
It is cool, man. How about the twice now the Yankees when a double steal happens, they've just thrown to second to get the trail runner and they've gotten him out and the runner's like, "What? I'm the trail runner." They did that this series and they did that earlier in the year. And that's a design play. Like, dude, the catching staff, department area, whoever's in charge of all this shit, they are doing such game within the game stuff that I'm falling in love every night.
It's always been a curiosity to me. I have a game within the game coming up in awards. Make sure you guys stay tuned. But yeah, like, because the old saying is like the runner, you always look at the lead runner. Well, that's like mental processing that has to happen. Oh, shoot, he's running. I have to go. You're getting a worse jump. Throw that guy out.
Yeah. It's just risky if you throw it away.
Analytics.
Yeah. But I like that you teased your award. I'm going to need a gusher for that tease.
Thank you.
That's like a production good call.
Thank you.
People on the edge of their seat. MFer.
Oh.
I think you have a pride, Jim.
Just trying to skirt it.
Very clever.
I'm going Stroman.
Okay.
I know it comes in a loss, and that's odd. But Stroman pitched into the 8th inning. And Marcus Stroman really needed that start. I think for himself and for the team a little bit. Mostly for himself. Pitching staff had been rolling. He's had a bunch of good starts, but not like that one yet. You know, not like crazy dominant. Like he hasn't got out of the 6th inning in a long time. He finished the 6th inning last outing against Minnesota. He went 6 shut, and that was good, and I think he was happy. But to go into the 8th inning, he was really pissed. He gave up a hit. He gave up a fly ball out, and Todd was laughing because Stroman was so mad at himself for giving up an out. That's that Tanaka shit I miss. Yeah. So I've loved his calmness on the mound and his zen, but I actually really enjoyed seeing the heartbeat that we saw this outing on the mound. Seeing him stress over, I missed my spot. Seeing him pissed that he had to come out of the game with the runner on, didn't complete the inning there. Like, I just really like that temperament, that it still comes out. I appreciate the zenness when he's calm, but yeah, seeing him get upset about a fly ball out because he missed his spot. Like, I love that shit. And they're all lighting Campbell's candles now. Campbell's candles. They enjoy the soup flavors and smells. And in the dugout, clubhouse, a lot of words wrong in that sentence. Might have to spit out a gusher.
Oh.
The candle story. If you don't know, he lights a candle in the clubhouse on the games he starts. And then before he goes to the field for a start, blows it out. Night the lights. It's my game now. And Cole started buying everyone candles. So now all the starters have candles.
Wow.
And I think next show that we do in the studio, I think we need a candle that we blow out before we start and get our minds right. Because your mind's been bad for a while.
Yeah.
You opened this show thinking you weren't going to have a good outing. I was going to untouch the gush, not even touch a gusher.
I knew you were going to touch gushers. Because, I mean, my bad show is still a lot of people's good show. You like when teams do things. It's like what you live for. I know some of the shit that your dumb high school hockey teams did that I didn't go to those high schools. The Red Line,
you need
shout
identities.
out. It's almost Jake Sucks. Jake Sucks was your
fucking two gushers.
Yeah, I knew it.
Double gush.
Jimmy, I literally saw the look in his face when he said Jake Sucks for the first time. His eyes lit up, and he's basically, I'm going to make this a thing. I'm going to make it a movement, and here we are. So Marcus Stroman is the Yankees movement.
We got shirts.
Candles for all those people. Stroman's my pride.
It's a good one.
Thank you. If you think it's so good, eat a gusher.
I don't. I'm gushered out.
Me too. I don't want to open the second bag.
Here.
I feel sick already. But now we go on to MFer.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Yankee MFer, huh?
It's a tough one because I think a lot of the deserveds is just like a mean.
Oh, God. I will go with Dennis Santana. Might have been tipping his pitches. I know you were looking into that.
I don't think he was. Todd said it on the broadcast.
Right.
That, man, they're all over him. I wonder if they have something on him. It was on everyone's mind because of Clark stuff, which we didn't even talk about. Dumb us. And I went and watched all Santana's pitches. I don't think so. They did get good swings off, but a lot of them were fastballs.
So yeah, sorry, Dennis. Welcome to the
Okay.
welcome to the family, I guess.
I think that's the third time you've given him MFer.
You think I've given Dennis Santana 3 MFers?
I mean, officially maybe it's the first, but I've heard you cuss him out a ton.
Been a lot of lies said around this dinner table tonight.
It might not be true.
Where are you going?
Clayton Andrews, welcome to the team.
Come on.
That's your old move.
Come on.
That's what you
He's
did all
not
last
welcome
season.
to the team, though. They kicked him out instantly.
Welcome and goodbye. What did I say earlier in the show?
Flag.
What did I say earlier in the show? The biggest sucker punch of the season was that first pitch by Andrews. Glaber homers, 4-3. We're back in this dang old thing. The Yankees don't die.
That's not on Clayton. Give it to Boone then. You won't.
We're gonna win. Like before that pitch, I would have bet the house on the Yankees coming back. After that pitch, I said, "Oh, my bad. It's a losing effort." And I just got sucker punched, dude. Like, I think I went from laying down on the couch to sitting up. And then I just like jaw dropped and I was like, what? And I laid back down.
I mean, I do what you want, but one of my buddies, when he gets kind of buzzed up, he just starts replying challenge flag to everything, and it's not good, but it does get me sometimes.
You've tried to challenge and veto a lot of my picks of late.
No.
Two
I
of
mean,
them.
Come on.
2 in the last 3 apps.
You just lied and said I've given Dennis Santana 3 MFers this year.
I've heard you just been
That's more lies.
off mic. Just
Lies.
You tried to veto a pick, but you were muted. I didn't hear you.
I did.
Yeah, I
I'm
rewatched
saying.
that.
I did.
It was good.
What was
You've
that?
been challenging, vetoing a lot of my stuff.
I think Jimmy gave Clark the Pride versus the Twins. No, that was the Josette. But he gave Clark the Pride versus the Rays. You wanted to, and you vetoed.
Yeah.
That was a joke. The challenge flag was real.
Okay. Nick Wiener said, why do you guys do the MF award? You don't even give one out anymore in the chat. We just gave them out.
Nick.
Dennis Santana, who had an awful series, and Clayton Andrews, who had an awful series.
Both of them came in, gave up runs.
They did terrible. Clayton Andrews threw 1 pitch, and the game was lost forever. It's about as bad as you can do.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I think I threw the challenge flag because you've challenged me on people in that realm.
But he
A little heavy.
truly did bad.
Right. He's not.
I'm not like
he's not part of.
It's
the
not like
team.
I'm giving it to Jahmai Jones because he'd had a bad pinch runner appearance. Like Clint Andrews,
because he
wanted
great.
the ball. He wanted to get outs. He
Got a
didn't.
steal.
Jahmai was electric.
Stole one.
And also,
Jahmai's been a huge part of the team. He's the most well-liked guy in franchise history.
He and Judge
He's
have a
off
lot
the
of
team.
fun.
He's been on the team forever.
I know. I'm so mad at them because they kept saying DJ's going to be back for the Anaheim series. DJ's going to be back for an Anaheim series. And I didn't realize it's the second series of the road trip.
Yeah.
I just thought that meant the West Coast trip.
No.
So I went around all day today saying Jones wasn't even traveling with the team anymore. I told like 5 people, 5 different locations, and then I found that I was lying.
Okay.
Regular awards.
They're brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook. It's feeling like baseball season. It's always feeling like baseball season. But at the DraftKings Sportsbook, they've got all sorts of bets. And every Tuesday, we do a DraftKings Daily League that you can come mess around with. A lot of our John Boy Media people are competing in it. It's a fun place to be, or just do some parlays or whatever you like to do. Man, you can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,500. Is that right? That's a lot of... Oh. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code YANKS. That's code YANKS only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
The crown is yours. Now, I have an award in the chamber, but you get to go first. If you steal it, boo.
Jim, I'm giving out the We've Been Right award.
We've been right.
We've been right.
Been had snacks. Been right. We've been right award. Well, now is it a collective we or is it you and I personally?
It's a lot of you and me.
Okay. Oh,
In
oh
Central.
boy. Oh boy. Oh. Verdugo.
Close. Oswaldo Cabrera.
Okay. Phew. Right, dodged one, babes.
Dodged one. Jim, is Verdugo getting your award?
No. Hey now. It's right cheating.
James. And again, there might have been some warehouse distractions. Go check that out. But the inning ends in the 6th with Oswaldo Cabrera on first, Anthony Volpe, our leadoff hitter, at bat with 2 outs. So what does Oswaldo do? Oswaldo tries to steal. Oswaldo gets caught stealing. Final out of the inning. Volpe's at bat ends. But in the 7th, that means Anthony Volpe, our leadoff hitter, the guy in our lineup that's before Soto and Judge, that we say, hey, this is our best version of ourselves to attack you, is going to face a Mariners bullpen guy on the 4th day of the series in the 7th inning with a chance to stretch out the lead, and they did it. I don't know how often we've brought it to here, Jim, but we've talked about it on Talkin' Baseball. There's something to breaking up the top of your lineup that analytics needs to look into further, that if Volpe gets out, now you bring in a lefty for Soto with nobody on base, and if you execute your pitches, maybe Juan Soto's out, Judge is up, and maybe you walk Judge, and then you could get a double play or something and the inning's over. I don't love Oswaldo getting out. The other side of that is if he gets to second base and Volpe hits a single, you get a run. So we've been saying not like punt innings, but if you have a chance to get the top of your lineup up, that is a huge advantage, and teams need to game that out more. The Yankees did it, and that's the award I was talking about when the Yankees are gaming games more.
It is a strategy that you hear like in Little League because you only have 4 good hitters.
Right.
With 2 outs. You're like, hey, just steal. Who cares? If you get out, whatever. the top comes up again. I don't know how much MLB teams do that, but it's in that situation. Yeah, it's like perfect.
Knows another thing Little League did that baseball laughed for years? They had their best hitters hit fourth and third. And Little League's like, no, we're going to have our best hitters hit first and second because that gets them up more. And everyone's like, Little League. And then baseball's like, actually, that's good.
That is true. Like Little League batting orders were way more advanced.
Literally.
It was like tiniest kid with no muscle, but could hit the ball first. Best player second. All around best player second. Second best player third. Fattest kid on the team fourth.
Right.
And then from there you picked out of a hat. That's how Little League lineups are made.
Not wrong.
No, not wrong. Cal Ripken as well. I don't want to forget about the Cal Ripken
Shout out
leagues.
Cal Raleigh,
Babe Ruth leagues.
Cal Ripken.
All of that. Good award, Jake. I will I'll give out mine.
Can I pre-guess Verdugo? Because you seem pretty relieved that it wasn't him.
You can. But I'll give the award out first.
Okay. I pre-guessed Verdugo.
I'll burn you, Boone. Award.
The I'll Burn You Boone Award.
Yeah.
Darn tootin' Rasputin. I'm going to stick with Alex Verdugo.
Wrong. I tried to warn you.
Okay, damn.
Can you note that down?
Jot that down.
Any other guesses? You're done. You're out.
Oh, I'm done. I pre-guessed and guessed.
Volpe on
Okay.
this program
Yeah.
earlier in the week. Boone stood up, made sure his mic was on, said, Volpe's not a burner. Volpe today, hustle double, steals third, scores on Soto's seeing eye single. Burn you, Boone. Talking about me like that? I got wheels. I loved it. The double was awesome. It was a classic, like, you jump out of your seat, hustle double. Is he going? He's going. Yeah. And then Soto fakes a bunt, which distracts the catcher a little bit and gets Volpe to third. And I think that was game within the game bullshit, too. I don't think Soto wanted to bunt that ball.
No, that was there's a reliever coming in to face Juan Soto. That's all they're thinking about. No outs in the inning. You already got a guy in scoring position. They're not thinking about him stealing third, and he got his huge little fox jump. That was beautiful baseball. I will say, I think Boone would counter you, and maybe we could test it out, because there was a moment at the apex. Like, you're supposed to round first base as hard as possible to see if the outfielder bobbles it, and the outfielder bobbled it. And I think it was like perfect baseball symmetry that I think Boone would counter back with. That was incredible base running.
Yeah, but I'm like a conduit for Volpe here, so he's not countering me.
Okay.
Volpe's the one that said, I'll burn you, Boone.
So you are speaking through three mics as Anthony Volpe speaking to Boone.
Yes, and he's micless in his combo.
No mics.
And that's why he needs me. I have three of them. Which one do you think's on?
I was hoping we were going to end there.
We'll keep it going.
We
Maybe
will
I'll Monty shuffle you.
close this out with a game of Guess This, Mike.
Volpe's been good. He's looked good. His numbers are good. Like his numbers, every time his little score bug flashes, I go, that's a good season.
Yes.
And I get real happy.
Yes.
They flashed Aaron Judge after his final hit of the day. 20-game on-base streak. Tied for longest active streak in baseball with teammate Anthony Volpe. His little tagline. It made me laugh.
I need baseball to come up with a phrase for double on base streak.
Okay.
Because a 400 on base percentage is cool.
Right.
a 250 on base percentage sucks butt.
Yeah, I think we've seen.
So I don't care about
I think
single on base streaks.
I think they'll do that with consecutive games with multiple times on base. I think that's where they would land it.
But it's not a good not a
Reach
good. It's
base
not a good
no.
name.
No, we
so
can
they don't
nerd
do
it.
it.
Though. You want to nerd it?
It's not a good nerm. I said.
I think we got a stats intern. We can make that like his thesis or something.
Okay,
Getting college credit.
I appreciate that Judge and Volpe are both leading that, but it's kind of a nothing stat. Now, hit streak is cool because you got to get a hit every day. But yes, on base streak, you could be awful and get on base every game you play once.
They've both been really good.
Like Rugnet or might have done that, and he would have worse stats than he had on the Yankees.
Rugi, bro.
I bring him up a lot.
Yeah, that's like if we were your buddies and you were single and you were still bringing up Rugi this much, like it's getting close to time and be like, man, you gotta, like, I know you've moved on, but like,
well, I don't know if you remember.
Stop thinking about her.
I don't know if you remember, but the Yankees were in the middle of a championship streak.
Right.
They were in a championship window,
right,
trying to win games. And they played Rugnet Odor, who was net negative on the outcomes of games every game.
Why did they play him?
Because if they cut him, they would have to pay him. But if they kept him on the team, the Rangers paid him. So it was a free player. And this was a championship window team that did that. And it's might be the single deepest cut in fandom that I've had. It was just like the lie was in bold.
If the Oakland Athletics did that, it would have been one of the most known stories in baseball.
They would have been like laughed at. Yeah.
But
the Yankees did it, so they're like, maybe it's smart. If the Rays did it,
right,
it would be genius.
Really?
Dude, I've been meaning to say this, and obviously it's true because I'm saying it and I'm a true guy.
Right.
But the Rays they're fading out of it. They were recently in their Moneyball phase of like gaining respect. But very soon they're going to be in their ditching for another city Nashville phase. And people are going to be like, oh, it wasn't actually smart. They were just cheap as fucking shit. And these aren't good owners. Because what were people saying about Moneyball A's? They were the darling. What were people saying about 2021 A's? Darling. So I just realized it's mirrors of each other.
Okay.
They saw what happened there and said, I like that.
Based on what happened, what?
What happened there, and they're like, I like that. We're going to do the exact same script.
Yeah. Like the
Including
same
bad
thing.
stuff.
But people applaud one and kill the other. So weird. All right. Your award?
They run the Dodgers now. My final most prestigious award of the show that leads up to your most prestigious award of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the Wall's Gone award. And that's not Wallace Shawn. But if I was doing a rap video with the mannequin line.
The wall is gone.
I could have been a magician if I didn't hate him.
The wall is gone. Judge.
It's a good guess. I did have this prepared before the show. I'm giving it to Alex Verdugo.
Nice.
Alex Verdugo. Juan Soto has his special performance that we've barely talked about, which is silly, where he hit two opposite field piss missiles that he knew before everyone else, only because he's Juan Soto. And whenever anyone else hits a baseball to the opposite field like that, You don't know if they got it because that's really hard to do. Juan Soto knew. Alex Verdugo in the final 2 games of this series had 3 flyouts to left on good swings. And Jimmy, if you recall, he previously played for the Boston Red Sox, where you could flick a ball off that wall and get a double. Now, that's a deep part of the stadium. So, Alex Verdugo, he realized that late in that second game, and he said, oh, I'll just turn on one, and that's a home run. The wall's gone, bro.
He also made fun of Soto in the dugout. He was like, yeah, you hit too, but might as well wade further. Todd broke that down pretty well.
Todd's good.
I like Todd on the broadcast, yeah.
We've liked Todd.
Yeah. I struck him out once. Blitzball.
Same.
Verdugo's pretty fun, man. Slow trots. He's got the 2 slowest home run trots of the Yankees this year. Guess who's got the fastest?
Any chance they re-sign him, or is that a bad combo?
No chance they re-sign him. IMO.
Okay.
But we did have this combo in the warehouse today, so it's not a bad combo.
Talked about it on the voicemail app. Check that out.
Okay. Yeah, you'd have.
If they don't land Soto, absolutely.
Yeah. Soto's
If you want Soto, expect nothing else. Like, expect Soto and Clay, and that's what they do in the offseason. And then Peraza, and then trade for. No, we have Birdie next year.
Trades.
Yeah, no, and Oswaldo, no, because then it's Birdie, Oswaldo at third, Peraza at second, or in that mix, DJ at first, Martian, Judge, Soto in the outfield, Grisham on the bench, and that's it. And the pitching staff retains itself because around 60 mils coming off the books. Soto and Clay Holmes going to get you to like.
You have them
55.
re-signing Clay?
Yeah, I think they want to re-sign Clay.
I don't think they're investing money in the bullpen. They make bullpens out of thin air.
I think they think he's like different. And I think if he finishes this season, he is established a little different. I don't know if he's going to get closer money, but Soto will go and one other piece, I think. So, no, I don't think that you're going to get Verdugo.
Yeah, I guess I mean, still percentages are no, because they're going to be investing so much into Soto. But I don't know. The corner outfield market hasn't been what we thought it would be the past couple years. It's kind of like lurked a little bit. And Verdugo's stats, like, they're still not crazy impressive. That I don't know. I think his number could land in a lot more reasonable area. And the Benny contract coming full circle might be a blessing because hitting profile-wise, those two guys aren't too far off. And Benny's contract has now started to look like bad.
Yeah. Verdugo's stats are like the back of his playing card. I think because of that wall that's not there anymore, you're losing a lot of batting average and gaining slug, which makes for a similar OPS, but a different profile.
I don't know. I guess with everything you talked about, I haven't had it too much in play. Like, it seemed like super rental. Guy from the Red Sox, blah, blah, blah. But, man, a guy that doesn't fear the Bronx at all. Like, they've been looking for a left fielder. Like,
yeah,
there's momentum. There's momentum.
It's not I would love to have him back. I just think it's money. If you want Soto, you're not going to get much else. Hal came out and said, like, this is unsustainable. But he can stay around the area that they're in right now. But Soto's going to get a lot of that. And then they have Jones in the wings coming up, Martian. So I would like it. I like him so far.
The 3 slash lines in Verdugo's triple slash this year, last year, awfully similar. I think more doubles in Fenway, more homers in Yankee Stadium, I think, is how he is still pacing. But I was surprised the slugging is 1 point off entering today.
For Verdugo?
Yeah. Entering today, 421 slug last year, 422 slug this year.
Yeah. Last year it jumped up. Or no, 2022 is down. Yeah. I think the batting, I mean, obviously Fenway's a park that helps batting average. And Yankee Stadium is one that does not help batting average that much. It's one of the harder parks to hit a double in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, he's losing a lot of doubles here.
Yeah, he goes from the easier double to the harder double.
He can sneak out 6 more homers this year, whatever the number is.
Be interesting.
I have the last and final award.
Yes.
And I'm giving out Guffaw Award.
Guffaw, one of my favorite words.
Mm-hmm.
Guffaw.
And 2 people are getting it.
Okay. Guffaw. Let's go with 2 people. Guffaw. Do they pair? I don't want to say
They pair.
Okay. They pair. Guffaw. Let's go with. Is it the olds? Is it the catchers? I'd feel bad if it's the catchers. I'll go Wells and Trevino.
No, wrong. Soto and Judge.
Oh, okay.
All you can do right now is just laugh.
Yeah.
Hearty laughs at what these guys are doing. I mean, the 2 Soto homers are incredible. The Judge hits are nuts. His numbers are crazy.
Yeah.
What these guys are doing right now is, I mean, I don't know if it can get better. This like little mini stretch they're on, it's something else, man. Judge's like numbers on the last 30 days are incredible.
Big Aaron Judge, huh?
They're just nuts. I mean, his last 17 games, and this is before today, where he went. What did he do today? He went 2 for 2 with a walk.
2 for
walks?
2 for 2 double homer, 2 walks.
Okay, so a no out day. So these numbers are going to jump up a ton. But before that, 414 batting average last 17 games, 547 on base. So let's just do the math on the on base because that's crazy because he adds another 4 to it. Today, he didn't get out.
No need.
Damn, that's very cool. It's nuts what he's doing.
Here's a couple fun quick hitters coming into today, and we mentioned Aaron Judge had a good day at the ballpark. Aaron Judge led the American League in doubles, walks, leads baseball in walks. Sure, those are good. Also, some bold in games played. Aaron Judge, remember the little spring training injury? Is it affecting his season? Judge's been out there.
His last 18 games now, 569 on base percentage.
It's good. It's Bonds.
That's
It's Royd's Bonds.
yeah, and a 1.00 slugging, which again is gonna go up
Right.
because he hit a homer and a double today, and we don't have those here. So just got a guffaw. Like when he gets into one now, I'm just kind of like, oh, these guys.
Hit his 15th homer today, 3rd in the AL, 2 behind the leader.
Is this a hotter stretch than the home run chase stretch?
That final month.
I'm gonna go to home run chase Judge. That's not Judge. And I don't know. I want to find like the hottest 10 games or more stretch that we can make out of it. and C. There was that Milwaukee series, which was nuts. Because I think this might have it beat. Obviously, the stakes are a little different. The home run chase and all that, but pretty special what he's doing.
He hit his 15th home run today on May 23rd of that year. He hit his 16th and 17th homers, and this year had a head start games-wise. So he was ahead of this, at least on that match.
Got a 9-game stretch with a 1.24 slug in July of the home run race.
I've got a 17-game stretch, that Milwaukee stretch that I tweeted about it too. That's kind of the same as this 17-game stretch. Like very similar. With 400, oh no, it's better. That one was 476 batting average, 585 slugging. Oh, adding this game though might help it get there. Because that Milwaukee stretch, in my mind, was the hottest I've ever seen him. Over like, I don't know, 4 series or whatever. Every game was doubles. Or like multiple hits.
Yeah, 2 homer games.
Guy's good. And then Soto as well.
Special.
He's right there.
Both special.
13 multi-hit games or 14 multi-hit games already. This year in 2022, he had 52. So got a ways to go. All right. Yanks are good. West Coast stretch. Ah, shit, Jake. Are these late games?
Let's see.
How bad's this schedule?
The part that got me is it's a 3-series tripper. 940, 940, 410, 938, 938, 938, 1015, 1005, 405. So, yeah, might be nap season.
Holy shit, that stretch. And those are all weeknights. 940, 940, 940, 1015, 10. And Thursday, the May 30th, is a really late night record. Hey, I'm actually going to be in Dallas that night, so maybe that's better for me.
Okay.
The time will be at least slightly different.
1 hour. Boomhauer, man.
Yeah, but like I'll be at a hotel without the family and a different like life.
Right.
Also a factor.
Traveling, doing stuff.
Yeah, so I also might not. Who knows? We'll see.
We'll see.
Busy stretch of June coming up for me. All right. Guess the mic. Okay, ready?
Wow.
Whoa.
Sound off in the comments.
Any guesses? Any guesses? You guys get the mic?
If this hat game in this, I'd lean middle.
Okay. Everyone else guess in the comments.
Middle has the
Yanks.
wire coming out of it.
Tell them, Grams.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ones that wires. The ones that wires.
Fuck.
When I saw the other ones had wires, I kind of got excited for Guess the Mic.
He's the middle.
It would have been maniacal because you had that mic. If you had planned a long form Guess the Mic.
I was thinking of ways to get to switch without you noticing for a long time.
That's tough.
I should have done it during one